the unanimated series about Godzilla, the animated series. We're on episode 8, What Dreams May Come. Today we are in an apartment with George Costanza's mother berating some poor man about the bills.
Pay the electric, I said, and maybe the phone while you're at it. But
In the middle of this, the power actually goes out. They look outside and it turns out the entire building has lost power. They're talking to each other, they're trying to figure out what happens, and right through the window, you will see the monster of the week, the Crackler. And this thing proceeds to just punch and smash the whole building. They get out, but it destroys everything for what seems to be absolutely no reason. Pretty soon thereafter, heat is on the scene. I'd say it might be a couple of hours have gone by, definitely not the next day. And what's the most strange about what happened is that this is the only building that was destroyed. While the team is investigating this, Nick gets a call from Monique, who is not there, telling him that the monster has showed up at the bus station. So we're going to split into two teams. Randy and Elsie will continue to investigate this apartment building, while Craven, Nick, and Monique will deal with the bus station incident. Jump to the bus station, the Crackler is there. It is breaking everything. Back at the apartment building, Elsie and Randy are investigating the building itself. Now they're inside. They run into the landlord and he informs them that one of the apartments has been totally untouched. It belongs to one Sydney Walker. Back at the bus station, through some form of scanning or observation, Craven has deduced that the monster is made of pure electromagnetic energy. And now Godzilla's here. They get into a little scuffle, a little skirmish, a little squabble. Godzilla tries to shoot him with the atomic breath, but that doesn't work. It like absorbs it and gets bigger, and then it clobbers the guy. He gets up from that and like tackles him, he headbutts him, I think. It falls backwards into some smoke and just totally disappears. It just so happens that Sydney works at the bus station. His coworkers there explain that he charges the electric buses, which I didn't know were a thing. This was '98. And he gets shocked whenever he's doing that, but he doesn't complain about it. The landlord has told Randy and Elsie that he lives next door to George Costanza's mom, that couple is yelling and noisy all the time, but he doesn't complain about that either. So everyone gets back together and they exchange this information, and Randy gives what I thought was a great hypothesis.
I see where you're going. Walker secretly hates his job and everyone around him. So when he accidentally mutates into a giant bug zapper, he decides to exact his revenge.
But that shot down immediately for whatever reason. While they were at the apartment, Elsie had taken a look at Walker's calendar. The last appointment he had was to go to a neural research center. So now Randy and Elsie are going to go there to see if they can find the guy. They get there and ask for him very normally. We're here to see Sydney Walker. Do you know who that is? She says, there's no Sydney Walker here, and then gestures for security to throw them out. Before they can do that, there's a bunch of explosions outside. So security runs to go see what it is, and the front desk lady runs to go see what it is, even though I don't think that would be her responsibility to begin with. But it's not really an explosion. Randy just set up a bunch of like tiny speakers that make explosion noises outside, so in case something like this happened. He gets behind the desk and goes through the computer and finds the room that Sydney is in. They go to the room, they're like, where's Sydney Walker? We need to find him right now. And the doctor's like, hey, relax, he's here for an insomnia treatment. He came in a week ago, we put him to sleep, and he never woke up. So after a bunch of science, medical jargon, and a mumbo jumbo, they've come to the conclusion that he is creating this monster through theta brain waves that are being amplified by the machine that he's hooked up to or something like that. After they receive this information, the Crackler shows up again outside of a baseball stadium. The other half of the team is on the way over to stop it. Craven's made these special electromagnetic guns to counterbalance. I don't know science like that. Elsie tries unplugging the machine. That makes the monster crash out more harder, now just attacking anything that it sees. They think, oh, well, if we wake him up, maybe then it'll disappear. He wakes up, does not disappear. Godzilla's here again. Of course he is. They start fighting again. He's not blasting it this time. He learned. Back at the hospital, Randy is now frustrated and sort of giving Sydney a hard time. When he does this, the monster like fades, it flashes, like it's blinking, like it's on and off screen. They deduce that the more stress that this guy is under when he's awake, the less the monster can exist. So to keep up, unplugging him did not work, waking him up did not work, but stressing him out while he is awake will defeat this creature. So Randy is yelling and yelling and yelling, and the guy is getting more and more worked up, and the thing is blinking more and more. Eventually he yells back. He like he just lets everything out. And the monster blinks a lot, and it picks up this metal ball and charges it up with electric energy and throws it at Godzilla. Godzilla blasts the ball, and it comes back at the crackler, hits it, blows up, and it's gone now. And that's kind of it. I couldn't possibly tell you what they were going for here. But that's today's episode, and thank you for joining me. Can't wait to see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. You have a great day.